Hey, I'm not so Ace Trainer, and is there still a chance for Mega Evolution in Pokémon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl? Let's get into it! Ever since Pokémon X and Y, there was always some gimmick in Pokémon games. When before all there was to new generations were new regions, new characters and new Pokémon, now there was all that, plus a new gimmick to expect. And they got it right the first time. Mega Evolution left its mark on the franchise and, to this day, overshadowed every other gimmick that followed, even when it wasn't present in the games. Z-moves were a decent idea but never really clicked with the fandom. I blamed the long animations, and Dynamax received all the hate in the world despite being arguably more balanced than Mega Evolution, since pretty much every Pokémon had access to it. But it didn't matter, it wasn't Mega Evolution, and the fans were mad at it. In fact, Sword and Shield didn't even have Mega Evolution at all. Mega Evolution played the main role in X and Y and Gen 3 remakes, and while sent to the backseat in the Alola games, it was still present there. In Pokémon Let's Go, it also played a supporting role, though it was the only battle gimmick present in the game. And now, as the clock ticks and we get closer and closer to the release of Pokémon BDSP, we're left to wonder what gimmick will there be in the Sinnoh remakes. It's fair to assume that we won't get Z-moves, so all we're left with are Dynamax, Mega Evolution, or an entirely new gimmick. We're still in Gen 8, despite it feeling like the longest generation ever, which means that we could see Dynamax having its hand in Sinnoh, but the fact that no Raid Dent or anything similar were spotted during the trailer makes me think that people can relax about that one. That and Let's Go is also technically Gen 7 and Z-moves had nothing to do with it. That leaves us with Mega Evolution or an entirely new gimmick. Well, or no gimmick at all, but we've had a gimmick in every game since X and Y, so this one will have one for sure. Almost for sure. Anyway, an entirely new gimmick would be strange. Why would they introduce a new gimmick in a remake? Usually they make it so a specific generation feels more unique, using it as a sort of personality trait of a region, and the game's connected to it even if just by belonging to the same gen. It would just be weird for them to introduce something new in BDSP, which are probably the last mainline games of the generation. So we're left with Mega Evolution. After all the slaps in the face these games have delivered to its critics, having this gimmick would be the one that would echo fatality. Still, there is literally nothing in the trailers that even points out who was having it. I know that these kinds of things are usually left for the final trailers, just like the Delta episode was, the big surprise trailer to end all trailers. I know I've made a video in the past about what Pokemon could get a Mega Evolution in BDSP. You can check it out up there if you want, but be warned, all my videos in the past sound and look worse than they do now. But yeah, I made that video, but as time went by, I started believing more and more that if we do get to see Mega Evolution in the Sinnoh remakes, it will be as it takes a ride in the backseat of Gen 4's plot. I can see it being something of a post-game thing, or even something just mentioned by a new character. In fact, trying to find Megastones in the underground would simply be the perfect fit to the mining mechanic, giving the underground even more depth after the inclusion of the Pokémon hideaways. Still, I am only almost sure we'll get it. There's always a chance that these faithful remakes are just so faithful that you won't even have a battle gimmick to remember them by. I don't need it, I know I love this more modern trip down Sinnoh right before the adventure that we'll have in the Hisui region, though it would be strange not to have a gimmick when we've been having them since 2013. They did say that Sword and Shield would continue to be the VGC platform for the time being, just like it happened when Let's Go games came out and the Alola games were the platform for competitive battling, which means that BDSP could actually have Mega Evolution as its own thing, without the need for it to be transposed into Sword and Shield, which I don't see happening. Anyway, what do you think about it? Do you think we'll have a gimmick in Pokémon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl? Will it be Mega Evolution? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Pokémon content. Also ring the bell so you know when the next video is out. You can follow me on social media and Twitch, we stream there every day of the week, or join our Discord, all the links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.